Hi everyone, I'm Kendall Russo. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you so much for all your feedback, all your encouragement. I am just over the moon of how much progress you guys are making in your homes. I've had people stop me everywhere and say, thank you for your videos. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. I'm at 0 or I'm at a 2 and I'm working my way. So that is just awesome. I love it. It makes me so happy. Also, I've had so many husbands come up to me and say, thank you for your video. My wife is thrilled to make dinner and to be doing some of these things. So I just think that's just so cool. So one of the questions I've been getting, some people are like, hey, I'm really on a roll. I've deleted so many things from my home. I've really been purging and cleaning out and organizing, and I'm feeling all this steam, but I always do this or get to this place at this time of year with Christmas coming. How do you stay on top of it, especially at this season? And they were explaining that, with Christmas time, it's like just an overload of stuff, and it's all these parties and all these things that they have to keep up with and stuff. And so I just wanted to briefly talk about Christmas because I've had a couple people say, what is your plan? How do you do Christmas? I think I have it right here. I should have marked it. Okay, yeah. So let me just say, first of all, I have a planner, I have a calendar. I used to make fun of my mom when she called this her brain, because she used to have a little calendar and she would say, I don't have my brain with me, don't tell me. And I get it. Taking care of 6 people and their schedules and all the parties and what you're bringing to this one and this school and that school and this homework and this pilgrim party, Christmas party, this favorite things, I get it. So I keep my brain with me at all times. And so many people say, do you have plans? And I'm like, you know what? Let me get my brain. So it's usually in my car. That way I have it with me. But I would encourage you, and some of you are fantastic with your phones, whatever, like I always say, whatever system you have in place, if it works for you, keep it up. I am not so tech savvy, so I have trouble even finding a Facebook invitation. So I don't really know how to do it all, but I can keep up with my good old paper and pencil. So I like that. I try to set some alarms in my phone, but this really keeps me centered mostly for the most part. So I do use this especially around the holidays. It also, this planner that I have, I think I got it at Target, has some notes. I think that they're all this way now, but they have the full calendar, then they have a day by day, and then they have this notes section. So when it gets to this time and you're thinking through gifts and what you're buying everyone, for me it's easier to have a paper copy. I can cross it off, I can check it off. If I'm out or if I've purchased something, I can take care of it. But I wanted to say, for me and my home and the culture that I'm trying to create and the memories and the intentionality that I'm trying to establish with my kids, I may do things a little differently. And I'm trying to communicate with you guys in a way that where anything that I do, like I've said before, what I do and what you do, if they're different, one is not right or wrong, they're just different. So I don't think that there's any one right way. But for me, in efforts to keep things simple and to try not to add a lot to our lives, and to add things maybe that aren't necessary just because of the season, we stick with a very fundamental 4 gifts idea. And this has caught on. I think people have been doing this for a while, but really we started it kind of before we had kids. Josh and I didn't really do much for each other because we live in a culture that is so, well, especially in our area, in just our culture, we're able to satisfy our needs pretty readily. And so we just didn't, for the purpose of just because it's a birthday or Christmas or holiday, do we feel the need to just get something. And so we've just been a little more modest in that area. So when we had kids, there's no need to buy anything for the first couple years. They don't even know. They just like plastic bottles and keys, but we've adopted the 4 gifts. Something you need, something to wear, okay, I said it wrong. It's something I can't make it rhyme. It's wear, read, need, and want. Something you want, something you need, something to wear, and something to read. There, I got the rhyme right. But it's those 4 basic needs. And so every Christmas, since our kids can kind of understand what gifts are and everything. We've been just doing those 4 gifts. We have some traditions on Christmas Eve. We always do PJs, so we give them those PJs, and then we have one family gift, and it's a game every year, and then we play that game. So trying to make Christmas for us about spending time with people. We've done the same sort of ideas really with birthdays and everything. I want my kids to be grateful and for their hearts to be centered around being around family and friends. So I don't want, when someone shows up at a birthday party, I don't want them to say, what gift did you bring me? Or what is that? Or, you know, what did you get? I want them to appreciate and value people and relationships. And I'm not saying one is right or wrong. For me, it is so hard, especially in our culture where we have just so much and we just have an abundance of things to balance that. So for us, it is fun to give gifts. I love giving gifts. And I mean, I would be lying if I would say that I don't like to receive them too. This just helps us to focus our attention, and maybe those 4 gifts. For instance, one of our children this year is old enough to ride a bike, so she's gonna get a bike for Christmas as her need, I guess, or want. I don't know which one it'll fall into. But not everyone's going to get a bike, so it doesn't mean that the values are all the same. We just get 4 gifts, and so it kind of makes us slow down on Christmas morning. We're slow. We enjoy eating our breakfast casserole we make every year, and we just enjoy opening those gifts very slowly. And so I just had a lot of people say, what do you do? And so really when it comes to delivering gifts, putting things away, it's really not that much. It's not so bad. We also do a couple things in stockings. I don't even have them hung, because if you have 6 stockings, and some of you may have more in your family, there's no space on the fireplace. So I get a couple fun things, little things, and put those in there, and we do a scavenger hunt. So that's another tradition. On Christmas morning, I always hide the stockings, and I've made some clues, and we spend time kind of really just searching for the stockings. There's some really great Advents out that we do. We have one that uses the Jesus Storybook Bible, and we do that all through December. There's lots of projects you can do. Last year I did the 12 days of Christmas with books. So for the 12 days leading up to Christmas, I gave them a new book. Every day they would get to open just one. All of them took turns unwrapping a book. We've done the 12 days of Christmas of giving, where we just bake different things. We did 12 different, giving projects. And so just trying to make the season feel intentional and really about Jesus. It's hard in our culture. There's so many competing things with all the hype that comes around Christmas. So I want it to be calm. I want it to really bring peace, because that's what Jesus offers us, is peace. And it's his birthday after all. So I do just want to try to slow down and be reminded of that, and not rush through this season feeling overwhelmed with all of the things. And so I hope that was helpful. I do want to plug this book. So if you're needing a book, I love books. Books, to me, you can't get enough of, because they always teach a lesson. Good literature does. This one is called The 3 Gifts of Christmas. It might be the wrong way, I can't tell. But it's by Jenny Bishop, and I like to make sure you could get it online. It comes with an audio CD. You can find it on Amazon. This book is amazing. I cannot get through it without crying. I nearly cry on every page. Teaching your kids the value of a gift and how to be grateful, and just how to steward children just really with grateful and giving hearts. And so if you're looking for a good read for your children, or want to teach them a deeper meaning of Christmas, certainly check out this book, The 3 Gifts of Christmas. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season. I hope it's filled with family and friends and love and sweet gifts. I'll talk with you soon. Bye.